think it's this one. Yeah. So I was player 2 in this case. He started off with a snowball, which is pretty common because he's one of the only guys that can reach this point in the middle first. And he sent that guy to get this point. He's a mechanical, so he can stand on these green tiles because they don't get poisoned by that, you know. So pretty average start. I send out my one to get my point just because I didn't want him to come in too deep and to just fall back. And I send this guy to protect this point so that if he gets it, this guy dies immediately. And he can't kill it. He still went for my point, which whatever. And he brought out this guy, which is really annoying. All he does is he pulls someone in, but that it's very threatening because you can pull them in and all the rest of their phobias can easily get hits on them. So looking pretty tough right off the bat. But I just stole his point. I stole his point and went to attack this dude because even if he pulls me in here, I'm not gonna die. So there's no problem with that. And I put that guy there because I don't care if he dies too. He's a very slow key. This guy is the important one though. He's low key, but he does a bunch of damage, right? So if the spider tries to pull anyone, the bomb blows him up because he can't reach it. These guys are in the way. And what does he do? He brings his dog down to try and kill my dog. Sends his robot to try and kill my dog, which I calculated it wouldn't kill me if he did that. He sends his spider back because duh, and he tries to send this guy to protect the point even though he doesn't have it, which is very weird. And he just stays a safe distance from me. So that's it. I take a bit of damage, my round ends. He still has most of the points, so I'm kind of suffering here. I went up top, hit that dude. That was enough to kill him because the fire that he's on, it'll deal damage at the end of the turn. So even though he's not dead, when the turn ends, he's gonna die. Bring him to get the point, pull him up to where he's not at risk of getting pulled, and this guy cannot kill him. 3-4 to 1, 3-9, I can't kill him. And then I send out my fire ant to place a trap right here. It's not my point yet, but if he wants to get it, he's gonna get blasted, so that's there. That guy dies, and we're getting more points. It's looking a lot better for me now, because he was playing way too aggressive and not really thinking too much. Anyways, what was he doing? Okay, so he brought that in to kill my guy. Which, like, whatever. He sent someone there and it got shot. Let's go back a turn. I don't know what the hell happened. So this is how he ended last turn. He brought that guy closer and brought out this guy, Tiny Tim, who is a burrowing dude, which means he can go past obstacles. A lot of HP. And his ability is that if he doesn't attack at all, he will take 50% of all damage you deal to him. When you attack him, it goes off, but once he doesn't attack, he just takes 50, which is a lot, dude. That's a lot. He then sends this guy up here to kill my snowball, which was bait, I think. Because he gets the point, right? But his cowbell dies, and of course that activates the trap, setting him on fire. It's still damage, okay? That's the important part. Even though it's not a lot, it's still damage. So I keep dunking at him. That's half the damage that should be done. Send him to get this point because he's not at risk of anything. Send him up there and blam. Not dead yet, but he still can't kill my Kerbloom, so he can't get any points right now. And then I send my dog and my cat in, which are just two like melee phobies. They just beat stuff up to deal with the Tim and the cowbell if he wants to come down here. What does he do? He sends him up to attack because he can throw over obstacles. Sends his Tiny Tim back because it's his point now, and he heals him, which is a real wuss kind of move, you know. He heals him and sends him up front to deal more to attack. Sends his spider to take the point. Pulls out a bird, which his ability is that he jumps at stuff to attack it. So he's a melee. He only attacks what's in front of him, but that ability allows him to be ranged for one move. And he sends his cowbell in. He's like pushing. This is a heavy push. He's trying to own the center right now so that my phobies can't do anything. But he doesn't know who he's fighting against. Kill the cowbell because it's already low. Send the dog to deal damage to the spider. Pull in my spud, my potato, to deal damage. My cowbell. to also deal damage. Get the point back with my Kerbloom. Send my Fire Ant up to kill the spider. And I send out a Maggie to get back this point. Very important, because if I only had these guys out, that means that his phobies would only have to focus on killing these guys. But since this guy is down here, now he has to split his attention. Does he want the point back? Does he want to kill them? And if he doesn't kill this guy down here, he can deal a lot of damage to them, because he's a melee and he can fly, and yeah. So really bad for him, because I have all the points now, pretty much all of them. He goes for that Maggie. Doesn't go for the point, it seems. No, he sends his own Maggie to get the point, but he wastes his Cassowary ability, so his Cassowary has to wait for it to come back. Does another hit to my cat and sends his Tim to my point, because he hasn't attacked yet. He's still taking minimal damage. He's still super high in HP. And he sends his Clinical, his little healing robot, to get the other point. And that's where we're at. He's getting his points back. So, what do? Set a trap right there, and I do not move him, because he can get 2 hits in on this guy if he stays here, and that's what I want him to do. If he stays there, the trap activates. I attack the Tim and back off because I don't want it to kill me. I send out my Jar Cannon. What's the Jar Cannon for? I'm not sure, but the Kerbloom comes over here anyways. Oh, Jar Cannon's to finish killing the Maggie, just so it's not a nuisance. And then I send out my own Tiny Tim to get the point, which was a really good move. And this is where we're at. Got the points back, we're looking good. What does he do? He comes in, hits my cowbell. There's a hit on my cowbell. Rolls out of the way of the trap, but he makes this horrendous mistake. This is one of the worst phobies ever, Barzilla. It's like 3,500 is a nut sack ton of HP. This is 2,000, this is 2,500, 1,000, 1,000. 3,500 is nutty. 400 damage for every attack with range and fire is nuts. But that's kinda it. And you know where he puts him? Yeah, he's not resistant to fire, so he just gives absolutely... And he brings him closer for no... And yeah, trap goes off. He can't see the traps, remember, so he never knew it was there, but he should have guessed, because my Fire Ant never moved. So I run in and kill the Cassowary so that my dog can hit that guy. I bring my Kerbloom to take the point, because yeah, he could send this guy or this guy to go and hit him, but if they do, that's 2 moves wasted. They need 1 move to walk there and the other one to hit there, so one of them is gonna just waste their entire 2 moves. That was there to kill to kill the Clinical, and then of course I brought out the Sabian, because no matter how these 2 guys want to do it, if they want to attack, they're gonna get hit by the Sabian. So the best thing for them to do is retreat, but you know, it's kind of too late for them. Turn ends and they die. And now he has decisions to make. He goes for the Fire Ant because that's dealing a ton of damage to them. Uses all of his hits, even his Tiny Tim, brings him out of the ground and kills him. And he brings up Thunder Rocks because he deals electrical damage to try and take down my Sabian, my Jar Cannon, but you know, it's kinda useless. And a Numbskull. It's a low move but high damage phobia. And my Fire Ant dies. But it did its job. So now I can send the Kerbloom in. He blows up. Absolutely abolishes them. Tiny Tim gets 2 hits in, which is huge. Jar Cannon finishes off Barzilla. Jar Cannon deals damage to Tiny Tim. Send in Sabian to deal damage to both of these because it's an AoE guy, area of effect. K9000 deals damage. Spud gets hits in, and Tiny Tim's dead. No longer has that resistance. So all that's left is his Barzilla, and I send out my Morty. He's just a high move phobia to get this point. So he put even more pressure on him. And bam, his guy's dead. 1,350 damage. There's only so much he can do. Sends his Numbskull in. Tries to send this guy in to get a point because he can't do much else. And Bacula. It's just a small little bad melee guy. Still getting absolutely blasted, right? So send my Tiny Tim over here, hit the numbskull, get it with the Sabian, finish it with the jar. Jar hits Spatula, I think. K9000 takes Spatula down. Spud comes in to... What does Spud do? Oh, I'm just protecting the top points. Yeah, Spud stays right there to protect the point. So no matter where he moves, he's dead. Goes for my K9000. Kills it, but you know, he's poisoned. His heart stick, there's nothing he can do. And then we have the move that you saw. I move my Tiny Tim in. Do some damage to lower him. Tiny Tim gets a big hit in. And then Sabian crushes it. Absolutely monstrous. Wow. Geez, 10 minutes.